Hi there, everybody. It's Steve, and we are back from the holiday session on the overnight for tomorrow. And not a whole lot happened today. I wasn't involved in any trading today. I was doing other stuff, but I tend not to trade the holidays anyway because lower volume, all that good stuff. So let's get right into it. Looking at the S&P first off to start. We've been in this really tight range for the last couple of bars here on the 8-hour chart. We actually do have a crossover now, so I'm going to go ahead and switch that to long. But it's pretty narrow, so if it actually does have another cross under, then we're going to end up going short and probably catch a pretty big fall here, because we've kind of got a really lopsided head and shoulders going on there. So who knows where it'll go? I don't know, but I'll keep an eye on it. Moving on to gold. Gold, I mentioned on Friday about how it looked like this was going to start a decline here, because we've been kind of hitting this resistance level, but I wanted to keep an eye on it just in case it would change at all. I'm going to go ahead and move to the 1-day chart here. So far we are still in the overbought territory, so we're going to keep this trade on and see where that goes. We're only at a very, very minor loss right now for as far as gold is concerned. And moving on to the Russell. The Russell, which I continue to not do very well with, but that's fine because I don't really trade it anyway. We do have a crossover now, as I mentioned on Friday. I was going to keep an eye on this. Again, we're also at a very minor loss here, not a big deal. It's just 200 bucks. We'll keep an eye on that. The Russell's kind of a weird one for trading anyway. So I am not keeping my breath held for any success on that particular ticker. Moving on to copper. And copper, we were talking about how I really want to play this one a little bit more closely to the our support and resistance levels here, because those have held pretty well so far since we've been in this trade. We've still got a minor gain here after coming all the way up and hitting that level right there and coming all the way back down, but then holding down here just like we had been. So I'm going to keep that trade open just for now, even though we do technically have a cross under here, but we also haven't closed that bar yet, so it's not considered valid. On to oil, which continues to do well for us. There's nothing really to say here. We're approaching strong resistance levels, as you can see. But there's nothing really that indicates so far that we're going to have a major downturn in the immediate sense, but I will be keeping an eye on this just in case. But if we have another really big fall down, then that'll be a nice chance for us to take another pretty hefty gain shorting it. On to natural gas. Natural gas, more of the same. We have cross under here, and it has been going on for now 2 bars. Which I mean makes sense about when we had this huge run up and just this giant red candle downwards. So I'm going to go ahead and say that probably on its way down, although we are in kind of weird times with all of the ice storms happening. So depending on how the EIA goes later on, we might see another rally up, but I don't know. I'm just playing this by ear as we go. Onto the bonds. This trade continues to do well for us, up about $7,281. So going to keep that short for now. Although we are kind of approaching the leaving the oversold area, but considering we just kind of had that gap down, then I'm not holding my breath on that either. It's probably going to be more of the same when we take a look at the 10-year here. Yeah, even more pronounced, because the top of the candle's wick was at least touching the bottom of the wick for the candle before, but not so on this one. So this trade's going pretty well for us so far. And to reiterate, we are up at about $91,800, give or take, after being down all the way down to 59 grand, which you can see our account balance is now sitting at 68, plus the open profits from our trades that are still going on. And at this point, most of that is our Treasury bonds and our crude. So we'll take a look at silver now. Silver still going a lot better than gold. Glad that I opened a long position in this trade. We might see this ending up turning into a double top situation, but you can see this is a pretty significant level going back all the way over here in any of these ranges. And if I had volume profile on for the session here, the way that TradingView shows, it's probably going to show that the high value node, the peak, is going to be right in this section. So we're going to stay long for now. We'll see how that goes. But for now, we are still sitting on a profit, and all is right with the world. So, so far this experiment's been going pretty interestingly. I wish that I had been taking this sort of approach from the beginning instead of using a faulty script that wasn't actually activating properly, because we would certainly be up quite a ways higher than 100 grand. And this is not even anywhere near the depth of analysis that I do for my own trades. So, yeah, I will see you guys next time. I got nothing else because it's been the long weekend. So, yeah, best of luck and stay solvent.